And my first killer feature are smart lists. Smart lists inside TheraSaaS is really just a quick way for you to be able to reference contacts or a segmented audience inside of TheraSaaS. So in my demo account here, you're going to see several smart lists right along the top. And you'll see this little button here that says Add Smart List. So what are some really great use cases for using a smart list? Some of them are like for referral sources, which is like my favorite way of doing this. So, for example, the way that I like to start tracking referral sources inside TheraSaaS is you create a smart list. I call it referral sources. And what I do is I'm going to go ahead and hit the advanced filters button. And over here, you're going to see there's a custom field, and that is the how did you hear about us? So you're going to look for something similar. All you have to do is, how did you hear about us? Right. And then you can also have like a drop down. We have a couple different versions. This is inside our demo account, but how did you hear about us is not empty. Okay. Select that. And then you can hit apply. And then there will also be, you'll see a button there that says like save smart list if you make any changes. And so what you'll see is you will then see only people who have been, who filled out the how did you hear about us. Now, if this is not showing up for you, this column right here, I want you to be able to add that column. So let me show you how to do that. So I want you to go over to this customized list right here and click on this. So you're going to see 7 fields are selected. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unclick this one for our purposes. And because this is a custom field inside TheraSaaS, we created this as a unique field so we could track this information on the forms that we have inside TheraSaaS. So I'm just going to, how did you hear? So what you're seeing is there's an application, new hire application. How did you hear about this position? How did you hear about us? So I'm going to select that there. And then I'm going to hit apply. You can also add another custom field if you want, but let's go ahead and hit apply. And then you'll probably need to hit save. And now you're going to have this column inside of this. All right. So what you do then is you're like, okay, if there's a specific name that's mentioned, let's say it's Albus Dumbledore. Okay. What you could do is take Albus Dumbledore's information, add them as a contact inside here. So you just add a contact, Albus Dumbledore, put that information in. And then you're going to add a tag, let's just say to Albus. Let's just type in Albus here. Dumbledore the second. You'll see some tags right here. So you're going to want to create a tag or add the tag referral source because that's what he is a referral source. Okay. And then if you want, and I'm diving in a little deeper here. If you want, click over here onto the associations. It's this little tiny little icon right here. If you click on the associations, you can add a company and then you can attach a company to Albus here. So this is like Acme Testing Center. Okay. So you create the company, all that information. So that way you can attach several contacts or referral sources to a particular company. And this is helpful if you have if there's like a larger practice that refers to you or inpatient or outpatient. Okay. And then you have this association right here that you can make with them. Okay. All right, so we tagged Albus as with a referral source. Let's go back to our contacts and let's go ahead and go to referral sources. So what I did here was I created another smart list, right? So I had a smart list. You can see there's already 2 that's been applied. And I said, look, show me everyone who's been tagged a referral source and then has a referral source greater than 5. All right, let's jump back over and see what that referral source count is all about. If you want, you can keep track of referral sources, what I call a referral count. Again, this is another custom field, but let's just jump into Albus Dumbledore here. And I'm going to scroll all the way down. Sorry for all these questions here. And referral count. And I'm going to say 15. Let's just go ahead and hit 17. Okay. And then we're just going to hit save. And let's go back. And you'll see that Albus Dumbledore which that did not update. Let me refresh. All right, just took a second for the service update. Okay, so we have 17 here. I have last notes. This is another custom field. We sent flowers to Albus, how are the referral count, and then you have your tag. Again, if you need to update any of these fields that you see those columns, you can add those information right here. Or you can add a custom field to it as well. And this would be a custom field. All right, so I'm getting into the weeds a little bit, but I wanted to be able to show you that you could use these tags and smart lists to create real powerful smart lists. So what you can do then is your most top referral sources, you can select all those and send an email if you want. You say, hey, you got a new hire. You want to promote that clinician to your top referral sources. Or you can create, set up a meet and greet for that new clinician. Uh, and you can also pull reports really quickly as well. All right, so that is a great use case for smart lists. The other thing you could use, let's say if you have an open house and you want to be able to keep track of all the open house attendees, we'll just create a tag that says open house attendee and an automation that adds that tag to somebody when they fill out the open house form that you would create inside TheraSaaS. All right, so that is how to use smart list and tags to create segmented audiences inside TheraSaaS. And it's a great way for your team to be able to access people that you might need to communicate quickly with, or just to gather some data on.